You have entered the Plumbing Business Success Zone, teaching entrepreneurs the business of plumbing. This is Potty Talk Live, recorded live every week. Turn on notifications to never miss an episode. Now your host, Richard Bainey, the $1 Million Plumber.
Hey, plumbing pros. Welcome to the 336th episode of Potty Talk Live. Hey there, I'm your host, Richard Bainey, the $1 Million Plumber, along with my co-host, the lovely Laura, where we're talking the business of plumbing, how to systemize, stylize, and monetize your plumbing business. Hey, it's great to have you here. Hey, we got a great program for you here. The title of our program tonight is Stop Losing Sleep Over 1-Star Reviews. Do you lose sleep over 1-star reviews? I don't anymore. And you don't either, all right? Hey, we have Ms. Katie Hill, review expert with Podium, a review management app that's going to be with us here shortly.
She
here.
will be,
and it's going to be talking some reviews, and we're going to introduce you to Podium, a great system that you can put in play to make it easy for you to manage your reviews. But first, let's say hello to everybody.
Yes.
Hey, Bo is live. That's right. Bo reminds me. Hey, if you're watching live, type live in the comments. Let us know you're part of the live social audience with us, which we hope you are. Okay, come hang out with us. Hey, if you're watching the replay, stop it. Join us live. No, if you're watching, right?
Make sure you're here.
If you're watching the replay, type replay, and if you're listening to the podcast, you know what to do. Just keep on listening.
Hey,
all right,
Caleb,
it's great to have everybody here.
In all the ones that know how to do this, right? Hey,
right.
Carrie.
Hey, Miss Carrie, how you guys doing?
Everybody checking in.
All right.
Jersey boys are in the house. I see.
Jersey boys are in the house. All right.
Yeah.
Paul the Plumber is live with us as well. All right.
Okay.
All right, Carmen. I'm looking at my list. I like to see some Carmen. It's good to see you here,
Hey,
Carmen.
Also, we've got a whole new miking system, right? And actually, we tested it out last week for Potty Talk Live, and Facebook decided to crash through pretty much the entire show. So
we're
redoing that one.
We're going to redo that topic?
I don't know when, but we are going to redo it. Yes.
Good.
So hopefully we won't be crashing this time. But let us know how the new miking system sounds. We're interested to
going
see.
high tech. All right, we're going high tech. We got mics everywhere from the ceiling. We got all kinds of stuff hanging from the ceiling.
Let's see. Sarah, hey Sarah, she said for 3 years left and regret it. We want back fast. What does that mean? I don't know. Were you replying to somebody else? Maybe. I'm not sure. Maybe.
But Sarah, we're glad you're here.
Yeah.
All right. KO Plumbing and Heating.
KO Plumbing.
All right.
That's a new one.
Yeah, that's a fun name. Where you out of KO?
Yeah. And is that your initials?
All right.
I'm wondering.
Yep. GB's in the house.
All right.
Good to have you here, GB.
Good to see you guys.
All right.
Yes.
Hey, this is a great taste. Stick around here. This review thing, whether you like it or not, it's not going away. You know, we can get frustrated about it. You know, do I need to work with the reviews? What's it mean to my business? All that kind of stuff.
Right.
Well, we got an expert here that's going to go over that with us here. So it's going to be a good conversation.
Front
Nuggets
Row
of gold
Plumbing. Hey, Corey.
for you. All right. Hey, Corey. Welcome,
Corey's
brother.
in the Success Academy.
All right.
Obviously a very smart plumbing business owner.
All right. That's right. Looking to grow his plumbing business, his plumbing empire.
Yes.
Okay.
So we are now in December. It is now officially December.
It is December.
Has anyone... Okay, I know we asked this a while back if anybody had their Christmas tree up, and like almost everybody already had theirs up, which just to me is amazing. But is anyone done with their Christmas shopping?
No.
I want to know.
I think we're going to do Christmas like the Cranks.
Skip it?
We're skipping Christmas.
Are we going on a cruise?
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Everybody does know Christmas with the Cranks, right? Surely. That's Tim Allen.
We don't have anything Christmassy up here. We got to get on the ball.
We have no tree.
Right. Ooh.
Nothing. Oh well. Yeah. Okay. So does everybody get their Christmas shopping done? I'd be interested. Is that our question, or do we even have a question?
No, we have
tonight?
A question.
Oh, we have a real question
for you.
Tonight.
How many Google reviews do you have?
Ooh.
I thought it was in,
That's a good one.
Okay, how many Google reviews do you have? Okay.
For GMB, LSAs, whatever. How many total do you have?
Right.
Let us know.
Okay.
Give us the number. And it's important. I mean, everybody here, I'm sure, when you're looking for something local, you look at reviews. I mean, and you do that on Amazon.
It's
on Yelp. right?
It's part of business. What our customers, they do. It's part of the process now.
Right.
You remember back in the day? I'm gonna go back in the day.
Way back in the day.
Way back in the day. When we had to walk to work uphill 5 miles in the snow and then back home.
Horse and buggy.
Right. And I used to do plumbing jobs on my bike.
Yes.
That kind of a thing. But you remember we used to do? We did the comment cards.
We did comment cards.
The comment cards. We'd send those out.
I fully remember
right.
them. Most of them, most of them, because the plumbers were supposed to hand them out to the customers. Most of them were on the floor of the plumbing trucks.
Yeah.
Had stamps and everything on them.
Right.
Man,
all that, we'd have those. But we'd have a stack of them. But then we'd get one kind of... Five
reviews.
All right, 5. Okay.
Okay, wait. 5-star. Oh, is that what the question is? It 5-star or how many total do you have?
Right.
Not necessarily your average.
Yeah.
Right. And those are 5.
But
that's
great.
Good.
Okay.
Our 175.
Sweet. There we go. But you remember we'd have a stack of good cards, but you get the one.
Yes.
Negative, and it would just like blow you out of the water.
Right. So we got all these comment cards back that the answer that our service was awesome, our plumbers were awesome, everything was awesome.
And we get one that said we sucked.
We suck, and we're like, oh, what did we do wrong?
With the one, yeah.
What did we do? So we're focusing on the one bad review.
Card, all right. And it's not like they could tell anybody that it went out anywhere.
Right.
Now, that was the kind of thing that really kind of got me going. With we were still around when reviews came out. We're not that old, okay? All right. And so I remember you get that one bad review or negative review, whatever it is, and everyone feels like it goes out to the whole wide world.
Oh, everyone hates us.
Right.
Everyone hates us.
That kind of a thing.
Yes.
So I can't wait to ask.
83. Good for you, Carmen.
Ask Miss Hill about that. How we deal with negative reviews.
Negative reviews
That's my question personally.
Okay. Great.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, so everybody's checking in and giving how many reviews? Four
reviews?
All 5 stars. Okay. Corey, you need more.
Right.
Okay, we got to get you more.
We got an easy way. We're going to introduce you to something that makes it very easy for you to get the reviews. More importantly, it makes it easy for your customer to give you reviews. That's what it's all about. Because you go through. It just happened the other day.
What?
Went through Taco Bell. Okay, I admit I went through. I had a weak moment.
Everyone
I went through Taco Bell.
Moment,
okay,
74
and then they're asking, and the guy was really, really nice. And for me, even on it wasn't just like what do you want, blah blah blah. But it was real friendly and bubbly, and there was energy there. And hey, thank you. They even said thank you when they handed me the bag.
And she
that kind of thing. Right, and
wow.
right, you can see it in their face.
Nice.
And would you do us a favor and please give us a review?
Oh, she did.
At the end of because at the bottom of your. And I drove away thinking, sure. I mean, I really meant it because they did really well. But I never did because the process, this reality with this. We're asking our customers to give reviews, and we get on down the road and back into our lives.
You're all full of your bean burrito.
Right, I'm all satisfied.
Mutton onion. That extra cheese and sour cream.
All right. So I can't wait to find out a little bit more about Podium because that makes it. I think it helps curb that. Guys like me.
Okay. All right.
Well, speaking of, let's bring on our guest here.
Let's do it.
All right, Miss Katie Hill, review expert with Podium. Dun 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 dun. There she is. How you doing, Katie?
I'm good. You guys are speaking my language, talking about Taco Bell and reviews.
Oh no!
And the cruise. Like, if there's room for 3 on this cruise that we're planning.
There we go.
Let's do this.
We got the. I think before we were in the green room, you were mentioning you're coming to Tampa. You've never been to Florida, but you're coming to Tampa here in a couple of weeks. We were just in Tampa we had a planning meeting, but we stayed right down where the cruise ships take off from Tampa, and so we were watching the cruise ships leave, and it's like, we should.
It'd be fun.
Hear the horn. They're going by. So, yeah.
Yeah. For the record, I'm in.
Okay.
Sweet. All right. Well, mark you down.
We can talk some Podium and reviews on the cruise ship. Well, good. Well, thank you for being here, Katie. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Well, let's talk some reviews. Okay. One of the questions I have: why are reviews even important? Why should that matter to me in my plumbing business?
Yeah, and I love that you asked the question, first off, like, how many reviews do you have? Because it's such a pivotal way in how Google ranks businesses these days. And we live in this world, we live in this Amazon culture now, right? Where we're primed to look at reviews, whether we're going to a restaurant or we're going to a store. We always want to look at where should I be going? And your customers end up becoming your best marketers in that sense, because so many of your potential customers are looking at what other people have to say about you, and that's how they're making their buying decisions, right?
Yeah. Isn't that a reality? In fact, we did that this weekend. Like I said, we were in Tampa in a new area, and though we were planning, but at night we wanted to go out, and we're kind of foodies. So what did we do? Yeah. We got on this thing here, and we Googled restaurants near me.
And looked at reviews.
First. And we're old dogs. And we said, well, you're guy.
Well, I'm older. Nice try, honey.
So we do. It's just part of the process now, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. And that's the thing is, like, a lot of people, when they go to search for a company, they'll go to their browser and hit up Google, or they'll just go right from their Google Maps and type in like a, plumber near me type search, right? And I'm so glad that you asked about that question about the quantity of reviews, because that's just a big way on how Google ranks you, is that recency and frequency of reviews. So it's great if you have a 5-star, but if you only have, a handful of reviews, then you're not going to get as high up on that list, right? And so if you want to be seen, if you want to be chosen, you have to focus on that as a business owner.
So does Google rank it more, not necessarily that you have 10, 15 5-star reviews, but that you may have 30, 40, 50 that might be 4.5?
Yeah. And that's the thing is, I don't know their exact algorithm, and if I did, I would be a very rich woman,
That's
right?
True, you would.
But we're actually, Podium is invested in by Google. That's how we got started off of a Google grant, and so they do sit on our board. And I know that recency and frequency actually means more than your star rating in how you rank on that list.
Okay.
So
there you go. And Bob's got a great question. Bob of Jersey Boys Plumbing. Can only Gmail accounts leave Google reviews?
So the answer to that is yes. Podium makes it really easy in the sense that we can pull off their Google credentials on their phone and send them an invite. And we'll kind of get into that a little bit later. But yes, they have to be a verified Google user to leave a Google review.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. All right.
No, go ahead.
We good? Well, you answered the question about, because that's what I was curious about too. Like, we have some that have 5-star. And we can be proud of that, right? I have a 5-star review, but if I only have a handful of reviews, then that's not as
attractive.
Not as attractive as having a lot of reviews.
Right.
Because
Google does weigh an awful lot into, it takes a lot of things into consideration as far as your ranking, but reviews are definitely up there.
Right.
And the number of reviews, right?
And on that leads me to, like, we're perfectionists. I want that 5-star. I want that 5-star review. But is the 5-star review that important? Or, what if I wind up being, 4.7, 4.8? What's your experience with that?
Yeah, so we've done a ton of studies around this, because, a lot of people want to make sure that, like, if they're going to send out a request for a customer to leave a review, they're going to get that perfect 5-star, right? And it's interesting because people tend to either leave a 5-star or a 1-star. There's not a lot of in between.
Really?
But
That's funny.
It's interesting. But I think that the sweet spot that we found is about a 4.8 rating is like your sweet spot, right? And as a potential customer, like, if I am looking up your business, I'm probably going to filter by the negative reviews, because I want to see how you dealt with them as a business owner. You know what I mean? So if you're responding back to those reviews, you know what I mean, making sure, like, if there was some sort of discrepancy, or addressing that and taking care of that, right, that shows that you care enough about your customers to take care of them again, even after the fact, even after the job is done, right?
Right. So that leads into a question I have, or concern, as the plumbing business owner. I get that bad or negative, that very negative review. Should I respond to that? What part of me wants to just let it go.
Either that,
maybe
or blast them.
Or that's the other extreme.
Blah blah blah.
My bad self comes out, and I want to smack them. What should I respond? And if so, how should I respond?
Yes.
So first off, take a deep breath. That's always step one, right? Take that deep breath. Get all centered.
Okay.
But yes, absolutely. So I would say the best practice is one, respond back to them quickly, because your potential customers could potentially see that, and they want to see that response, right? Mm-hmm. So I would say make sure that you are updating yourself, like you have eyes on that Google listing. And whether you use Podium or you don't, like Podium makes it easy because we can notify you if you get anything lower than, you can set your notification preferences. So if it's anything lower than a 4-star or a 3-star, you get the notification right on your cell phone and you can see that and reply to it. But time is of the essence when it comes to replying. So do it quickly, right? Address the issue that they had, and then I would reach out to them personally as well, offline. So you're showing your potential customers, yes, I'm going to make sure that this is taken care of, but then also reach out to them, and they could go in and change their review too after the fact. And then it's going to count as an updated review, and it's only going to help your standings, right? But I would say, time is of the essence in a situation like that. But then also just bury it with more 5-star reviews, right? Just get your happy customers to bury that.
Okay, right.
Yes.
Right. So that's the importance of constantly hitting up our customers, for the review.
Yes. And as far as what type of response do you give to a negative review? What do you recommend?
Yeah, I would always say address the customer's concern, and also verify that they were a customer too, because anyone can really get on, right? And and a lot of times, like maybe they don't even have the right business, or maybe you don't have like a record of that customer, right? And so verify, hey, I do see that we worked with you, or maybe we didn't work with you, maybe you have the wrong business, you know what I mean? That actually happens quite a bit. It's interesting, but I would say address whatever issue that they have, and then also encourage them to call in, or I would just reach out to the customer and give them a call too.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, I love that comment by Chris.
Yep. Yeah. Yes. Chris has said, we've gotten people to change from a 4 to a 5 by giving them a call and adding more value. By just having that, and we found a very similar thing. Thank you, Chris. We found that a very similar thing, that the customer just wants to be heard. And a lot of times they just feel they're surprised, especially in today's. That's what's great. I feel like we were talking about this weekend. I'm sorry, I'm going all over the place here.
Yeah, sorry, baby.
But that's one of the things we were talking about this weekend was about service seems to be gone.
Yeah.
We come from the old days when people used to say thank you, for coming.
When flight attendants.
Nice. Right. I mean, it used to be exciting to go to fly. Now it's going to the DMV. Right. I mean, it's just there's no service, so there's a huge opportunity to stand out. And humans are still the same. We like to be heard and feel like someone came our way.
Correct.
That kind of a thing. So we found even back, that by just what Chris said, of calling and responding to them, even calling the customer, and asking, how can we have done better, that kind of a thing. Right. That they're so surprised that you even bothered that, now you're the greatest.
Right. You want them back over.
Yeah.
Right.
And then you have a customer for life at that point too, right? And that means way more, right?
Absolutely.
Right.
Yep. So lifetime customer.
Now, on the flip side of this, Katie, we've also discovered there are just customers out there that are just not happy people.
You're being very nice.
Okay, I'm being very. In fact, I coined the phrase consumer terrorism. I believe there's customers out there that just want to blow you up. And so
if you don't give me some money back, then I'm going to just leave you a terrible review.
Yeah, reviews are used as something to leverage against you. And those are out there, and there's not a whole lot you can do about it. It's just the reality of the world we live in. However, how we respond to those, even that customer that blows you up, other people other customers, potential customers are reading these reviews, right? So they see this person kind of, when we're mad, we always kind of sound a little crazy. We all have that is. If we're mad or angry or trying to
sound like
a little fired up,
yeah, we kind of come across not so rational. So if we can come across with a rational response, most people understand. Oh, that person was maybe just upset or having a bad day, or whatever they're saying. They're just kind of overblowing things, and we'll move on. So yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Do you have another question, or I was going to ask a question?
Wait, go for it.
Well, I don't want to jump the shark here because.
No, sweetheart, the floor is yours.
Well, that's why I want to know about Podium. So, what does Podium exactly do? Tell us a little bit about Podium.
Yeah, so Podium's a robust messaging tool, and we actually got our start with reviews. And Richard, I know I've told you this story before, but we actually started because our CEO, he wanted to create an easy way for his father's tire shop to compete with these big brands that were moving into the town.
That's right.
And taking his market. Yeah.
Okay.
And because he wasn't winning as much because he didn't have that online storefront looking the way that he wanted. You know, he had a lot of happy customers who were just too lazy to go in and leave him a review. So we created an easy button essentially for businesses to go out and request reviews from customers. So again, there's a lot of, we have a kind of a suite of messaging tools where reviews is a piece of that, but we can send out a request to leave a review after a job is completed. And it's a very simple 2-click process. So the customer clicks on the link that you send them, they click yes, they want to use Google, and it'll automatically pull their credentials. They can leave a Google review really easily. So you can just start raking those in. I pulled up a stat because I knew I was doing this podcast. And out of our home services businesses that we work with, the average Podium user has 540 reviews.
Whoa.
Right?
That's a lot.
Yes. That's right. Yeah, there we go. That's right. And that's how a little guy competes with a big guy, right? I mean, that was my fear. You know, you're coming up and you're growing. It's like I can't compete with that big company. Well, you know, Podium makes it easier for you to get, and we're always very careful about saying easy here. You know, we're all about simple but easy. But Podium really does make it easy to get reviews.
Your customer habit to leave a review. Lisa, let's see. Lisa's out of Washington. Help me. Full Speed Plumbing. I found when a customer is upset, I let them know that my job is to advocate for them as office manager. That goes a long way because they feel like they're being heard and someone is there to help them. And Lisa is like a 5-star office manager for sure for Full Speed. So absolutely right. Good word, Lisa. How can we sign up? Danny, you're so good. Danny is so good. You can actually go to, I can give you the link, but we'll give it to you later. And Shelby, if you put this in a ticker at the bottom, that'd be great. It's themilliondollarplumber.com/podium.
Podium, Podium.
Yes, and get a free demo.
Hope I
don't know if they'd get
correctly.
Katie or who they would get, but someone can walk you through the whole program, right?
Right.
Yeah, Podium. Podium.
All right.
Right, okay.
All right. Hey, we'll be right back with Katie here. All right. But I have something for you just for joining us, okay? Whether you're live or you're at the replay or you're listening to the podcast here, all right? Hey, it's my $1 Million Plumber Blueprint, all right? All the specs that you need and must know to build a successful, self-sustaining, and profitable plumbing business. It's all laid out there for you. All you got to do is follow the blueprint, okay? And it's free, all right? I'm not hitting you up for anything, okay? It's free, so you can't afford not to do it, all right? Simply type free in the comments or go to themilliondollarplumber.com/free. All right? Hey, I'm working here. What are you doing?
I said we're not even charging anything. I say except for a review.
Except for a review.
We don't get any reviews.
Grab your free free
so
blueprint.
Type free in the comments, please.
There we go. All right, let's bring Miss Katie back.
Katie Hill with Podium. Is it just Podium or is there Podium?
Like review experts. Podium review experts.
It's just Podium, and people get I don't sell Podiums here. It's a common mistake.
Podium offers some other very cool stuff as well. Their system's very cool, and you know, if you go to Podium, you know, themilliondollarplumber.com/podium, you can schedule your free demo and learn all about that. But we're really focusing on the review side, which is what they do very, very well, you know, and make it easy for you. Hey, on that, Katie, want to get your opinion on this, because this goes, you mentioned about charging you for reviews.
Oh, yes.
Can I, what's the thing? Can I charge for reviews? Not charge, but you know how we can do, you know, I'll give you some money off, or you can be entered to, win a gift card.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of stuff. What is that?
Yeah, you guys are playing in the gray area. Technically, Google says not to do that.
Yeah.
That's what we thought.
That's what I thought. I just wanted to hear someone
we've had a number of our clients ask that, and at least back in the day when we had our plumbing business, that was a huge no-no.
Right.
Huge no-no.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it still is.
Yeah, still is. We do have, we actually have a leaderboard where you can track your reviews inside Podium, and you can also track your plumbers and see how many reviews each of them are getting. So a lot of people incentivize their plumbers where it's, hey, once you get to 10 reviews, you get this spiff, or a person with the most 5-star reviews this month gets a steak dinner, something along those lines, and then it keeps them engaged. And
yes, which because you want your plumbers to be able to,
and on that, this is, we say here, Katie, it ain't about plumbing. Mm-hmm. Okay, this whole thing, it ain't about plumbing. As plumbers, we get caught up in all the cool plumbing, and the plumbing has to be done right. And of course, it has to be done right, that kind of a thing. Mm-hmm. But for a business to be successful, a plumbing business to be successful, it ain't about plumbing. The focus must be on the business side of things. Mm-hmm. And really, there's two major areas that we talk about a lot. Okay, that's that we're always recruiting, because we're always looking for good guys, all right, to take care of who we call Mrs. Jones, our customer, which leads to attracting Mrs. Jones through our marketing. Mm-hmm. And this review thing, guys, is extremely important. It's an important part of the process of your marketing. We just shared personally how we did it all this weekend when we were away. Every restaurant we went to, we checked their reviews. We're not even thinking about it. It's just how consumers behave now. So your reviews have to be there.
Correct.
Right?
Yes. I have a question. Do you integrate with something like Service Titan?
Huh?
Yes, that's a really good question. Right. We do. The answer is yes. I love it. I love it when companies use Service Titan hand in hand with Podium. In fact, I have a good friend he's the number 14 Service Titan user in the world. Whoa. He uses Podium as well, and he's like, I'm pretty sure all the top 20 actually use Podium alongside it, because they work so well together, where we can do automatic triggers for reviews and things like that. And we do integrate with a lot of the bigger CRMs out there. But again, I love it when people use Service Titan, because it's a very robust tool, and it works really well with Podium.
Great.
Yeah, the lovely Laura just alluded to, we are fans of Service Titan. In fact, we use that with our plumbing business, and it's one of what we consider our power tools. Just like Podium is one of our power tools, and so we're big fans of a Service Titan. So what I'm hearing you say is, by using Podium, it can trigger, as soon as we're done with the job, we type close on the job, it can send. Yeah, what happens there? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. So you can set up those custom triggers. To where, what we always encourage is having it right as the job is marked as completed. That automatically triggers out the text message to the customer to request that review. And it'll be able to tie back the technician on the job as well, too, so you can give them credit. But yeah, and it just makes it simple, right? It takes that step out. It takes the pressure off of the plumber, right? Because he's busy, he's going from different jobs. And so the last thing you want to do is add an extra step for the team. And so that's why I love the integration piece, where they just mark the job as completed or paid. You can customize it, right? And then it'll automatically send out that request.
And it goes via text?
Yes.
Even better.
We can do email too, but
text.
Yeah, but so it would show up on my phone right here. Like you heard me say, in the intro, we were talking about going to Taco Bell, and even though I wanted to, I had a great experience. Even though she was so friendly. And just for her sake, I wanted to give the review. But by the time I got out of the parking lot and
on with life,
I was done. Mm-hmm. I wasn't gonna go to the website and do that. Not that I didn't want to. It's just out of my mind. But I would get Podium would send me a link, or is it, what happens? So as a customer side,
it's just going to be that automated text message. It'll come from your business phone number too. So it's not a random short code. You know what I mean? It comes to, we typically just host your main landline phone number. So it fires that off, and then it's going to have, it's customizable too, which I love, because you can put your logo in there. You can do a custom message where, hey, it was awesome working with you. Thank you so much. Click here to leave us a review. Mm-hmm. And you're so right, Richard. It's all about that timing too. And not, no one's going to, very few people, I will say, unless they're pissed off, right? Are going to actually go Google you, go log in, have to go through all those steps, right? It's just we just got to capitalize on those happy, lazy customers, right?
Absolutely. Yes, the ones that you
well, they got you down, which we say, right. One of the things we also say is no one wakes up in the morning and wants to call a plumber. No one's looking to really call or use us. So if we make this experience good and easy, and we want the review, and even if they feel compelled to give a review, we've got to make it easy as possible for them, for our customer to give us a review. All right?
Yeah. And some of our sorry.
Go ahead.
I was going to say some of our best customers, as far as getting the return on that, they'll set the expectation when they go into a customer's home. They say, hey, just so you know, you're going to receive a review request at the end of this job. You know, if at any point throughout this job process, if I'm not delivering a 5-star experience, please let me know. Otherwise, we'll ask you for a review at the end. You know what I mean? And having that process alone right there, like just setting the expectation and then making it simple, it's a home run.
Yes. And I agree with that. From the CSR, doing it in the initial phone call, and then from the technician standpoint as well, letting them know as they're getting started on whatever work needs to be done. And whatever words you just said was perfect. I hope anybody watching this, rewind and then write down exactly what Katie said, because that's a perfect response.
That goes right to, and I like it because up front that tells the customer we're more concerned about serving you.
Yes.
As opposed to just fixing your plumbing. Again, it ain't about plumbing. This is about your life. This is about your home.
Your home, getting you taken care of.
Right.
That's good.
And I want to give you a 5-star service. All right.
5-star service. Write that down, guys.
Okay. Nugget of gold.
I'll record it and you can clip it.
Oh, there we go.
Thank you.
There we
We'll hack it. Can we hack it? We can play. Okay.
Oh, we're totally hacking it.
That's right. All right. Hey, Katie, great. Thank you for introducing us to the Podium.
Let me ask you this. Is there anything else you wanted to say about Podium before we end the show? Anything else that you want to mention?
Yeah, I mean, as far as the review side, it speaks for itself. And that statistic that I mentioned earlier, our average customer has 540 reviews. Again, like that's what Google cares about, is that recency and frequency. You don't just get a bunch of reviews and then stop. You have to keep, keep up with it, make sure that you're feeding that beast, right? That Google beast. And so you're pulling up in that ranking and people are going to find you and choose you. And then we have a suite of other tools that you can use, and I'd love to speak with anyone out there to go over a demo. It won't be with me, but it'll be with someone on my team. I can pop in and say hello. But but yeah, I mean, it's such a pivotal part of your business. And again, I think I told you this too, Richard. Like Podium exists to make your life simple and to help you make a lot of money. Like that's our ultimate goal for our customers. And we say this cheesy saying, we get kind of Star Warsy. We're a tech company, so we're a little nerdy, okay? But we steal this from Star Wars, and we say arm the rebellion, right? We want to help that underdog. We want to make those underdogs look like the big dogs, right? So
that's right. I love it.
Arm the rebellion.
Arm the rebellion. We go.
Okay, well, Bobby has a great question. Are you able to toggle it on and off in Service Titan in case the job goes south?
Yeah, so you can create custom tags in Service Titan, which is nice. And then you can also, you can set up certain triggers for different types of jobs too. Like if you're working with warranty customers and we don't necessarily want to send them a review request or, something along those lines. But long answer short is yes, it's customizable.
Perfect.
There we go.
That's way better than comment cards.
All right. Yes. So you see, Podium makes it very easy, for you to manage your reviews. Okay, and reviews are a big deal, and Podium is a big deal. And as you heard them say, they're for the little guy. Arm the rebellion. I like that.
Arm the rebellion.
Okay.
That needs to be
Let's
on a
go.
shirt.
Arm the rebellion. I'm gonna hack that one too.
Write that one down.
All right, arm the rebellion.
Yes, that's on a shirt for
And
sure.
Katie's been a good guest.
She has been really got a lot of good information.
Oh, I love it.
Okay.
Oh, Katie, thank you so much. Great information.
You guys are awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
We think Podium's awesome. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, appreciate it, Katie.
All right. We'll see you next time.
Everybody say bye to Katie. Katie Hill, Podium, themilliondollarplumber.com, right?
/ Podium.
Podium, yeah.
Okay.
Get a free demo. Go check it out. Yeah,
There we go.
I know she mentioned they've got a number of other things within their suite. But kind of get started with the reviews and see how they work for you.
I know I was kind of playful here with this, but this is important stuff.
Yeah, it's totally important.
Guys, the reviews are very
and I think everybody knows that it's important. What's great is Arm the Rebellion. That's perfect. Helping the smaller guy compete with the big guy.
Right. So you can be. Well, we've already had a couple of our clients using them that now have as many reviews as the
big guys.
The big guys. Right. Exactly. And that's what you want to do. In the mind of the customer, they don't know whether they're talking to a 2-3 truck company or a 30 truck company.
Right.
Okay?
If you're branded correctly.
Right. Brand all that kind of stuff together, and your reviews, all this stuff works together. Okay. You put these things together. These are simple things to put together. Podium's a simple thing to put in place.
Yes.
Okay. Don't think and wait. Well, I'm going to wait till I can do this, or I can, whatever.
No. Some of these things you definitely don't want to wait on because it's just going to help your business grow exponentially.
Exactly. All right.
I know what else will help a business grow exponentially.
Oh, great lead. All right? Hit it, Shelby. All right, the $1 Million Plumber Success Academy. Huh?
That was good.
Okay.
That was even me doing a little segue
all right.
there.
Actually learn the business of plumbing. It's all in there, including this kind of a thing, reviews, how to deal with
Katie's
negative
in the
customers.
Success Academy.
Yeah, Podium actually teaches a class in the Success Academy. Okay? But it's laid out in 12 easy bite-sized modules. Again, everything you need to know and must know to have a successful plumbing business and have a life too.
Ooh, what?
All right? And you can get a 14-day free trial, all right?
To the Success Academy.
To the Success Academy. Simply type success in the comments or go to themilliondollarplumber.com/success and do it.
If
okay?
you're not
Just
in the
do it.
Success Academy yet, I don't understand. That's
Right.
where all the cool kids are.
Right.
All the cool
okay?
kids are there.
Where do you want to be this time next year? All right? The same spot or $1 Million Plumber status? There we go.
Okay.
Hey, great having you on here again. Thanks to Katie. Hey, before I let you go, as always, you were created and you were born to be a champion.
Thank you
So
for
live
tuning
like
in
one.
to Potty Talk Live with Richard Bainey, the $1 Million Plumber. If you enjoyed this show, share it now.
Just do it.
To catch past episodes and get alerts for new episodes, turn notifications on now and join us again for more tips, techniques, and strategies to help you grow your plumbing business.